Today, we take a closer look at a groundbreaking discovery that is changing how we understand and treat asthma. The findings could lead to more effective and more targeted therapies for millions of people worldwide. So, asthma is something most of us think we already understand: inflammation, tight airways, inhalers, and molecules called leukotrienes. And honestly, this is what I believed too, until I came across a discovery that made me pause and rethink everything. For years, leukotrienes have been blamed as the real troublemakers for asthma. These are chemical messengers released by immune cells when lungs get irritated by pollutants such as pollens, dust, or pollution. They cause swelling and tightening of the airways. And based on this, many asthma medications were developed to block leukotrienes. And for a lot of people, those treatments do help. But what if that's not the full story? Scientists at Cave Western Reserve University have found something that could completely change how we think about asthma. They have discovered that the molecules causing the most damage might not be the traditional leukotrienes at all, but a newly identified group, pseudoleukotrienes. Now, question arises: what's the difference between the two? Leukotrienes are made through a controlled enzyme-driven process, almost like a well-organized system. But pseudoleukotrienes are formed through free radical oxidation, which is much more chaotic. You can think of it as a tiny chemical fire inside the lungs, spreading inflammation in a way that is more unpredictable and harder to control. And that chaos might be doing far more damage than the molecules we have been targeting for decades. This matters because most commonly used asthma medications today, like leukotriene blockers such as Singulair, were designed to block leukotrienes, not pseudoleukotrienes. So, if pseudoleukotrienes are the major contributors to inflammation, our current treatments might be reducing symptoms but leaving a core source of the problem untouched. That does not mean the asthma medication doesn't work. Many people are relying on them every day, but it does suggest that we may not be treating the full picture. Now, the exciting part is what this could mean for the future. Instead of only blocking leukotrienes, new therapies might focus on preventing the formation of pseudoleukotrienes, potentially leading to better control of flare ups, fewer side effects, and more effective long term management. We could be standing at the beginning of a major shift in asthma science. And for hundreds of millions of people living with asthma worldwide, even a small improvement can be life changing. Science moves forward by questioning what we think we already know. Or maybe the real question is not just how we treat asthma, but whether we have been targeting the right culprit all along.